Hey Deborah, how are you? Hope you're having a great day today. Oh, thank you, Deborah. That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. Oh, that's so cool. Stocking up on the Sharpies. I love that. I'm so jealous. Awesome. I always have mine nearby, as you know, right? This is just a medium point, extra fine point. I have another size here. This is another, they call this fine point as well. I guess it's not extra fine, a little bit wider. That's so cool. Awesome. I love to hear that. So I'm just doing a fun little sketch here, maybe some kind of arch or something, maybe looking down some kind of cobblestone pathway or walkway. Happy Wednesday. I'm gonna try and draw this also. Oh, cool. Yeah, go for it. I'd love for you to try to follow along. That would be so cool. I'm gonna get a little closer. Maybe I can zoom in for you guys watching. There you go. So I'm just doing a little scene here. It's a quick little perspective. I figured it was Cinco de Mayo. I kind of want to maybe have some kind of a Mexican kind of vibe to this little streetscape. So I'm keeping my lines very quick, very loose. Not going for exactitude. Is that a word? Exactitude. It's just the idea of just being playful and just sketching, right? Just having fun. See what we could do. So I'm picturing maybe some kind of arch here. This is a window. I sketched me some kind of a flower box on the front of it, perhaps. I'll put some grills on the window. First, we'll add some more lines to create kind of a frame around the window. Let's see, what do we want to do inside the window? Just want to keep it simple. Keep a few kind of grills going on here. There we go. Just indicate a window. There we go. Just add some details on there. Some kind of timbers maybe poking out. Almost like a Pueblo type of style going on there. Cool. The allergies are kicking in tonight. Holy cow. Pardon me. I just came in from a walk a little while ago, and I think I love walking, but I think my allergies are something's kicking in now. It's all good though. It's worth it for the fresh air. So I'm drawing like a barrel tile roof. Basically just kind of the letter M to get the idea of some kind of barrel tiles going on. And there's another arch happening next to this. Something like that. Maybe it continues off the page a little bit. How cool would that be? Awesome. Cool. I think I'm going to throw a little bit of color down on this. Where's my cap? Here it is. Got it. All right. So just a quick little perspective layout. Keeping it loose. Ooh, just knocked over my... Good thing the lid was on. That would have been bad. I'm going to use some cerulean blue. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get my watercolor marker. Let's try that instead. I have it here somewhere. I think it's in here. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to pull out a watercolor marker. Cerulean blue. I'm going to kind of color in some of the sky, maybe, just to pull out the building a little bit more. Pardon me, I just got to grab a drink here. Cool, there we go. Alright, so I have some cerulean blue. I'm going to grab my watercolor brush right here, my aqua brush. And I have some water. Open that up. Let's just add some blue on here. I like to sometimes put the color down on here on the palette and lift it off of the palette and then put it on the actual sketch. So just going to add some of the blue and you'll kind of start seeing like where the sky might be. I just want to do a light wash. Not looking for perfect brush strokes or anything. Just kind of lightly throwing it on there. So you can see by doing that, it pops the top of the roof here out a little bit. And then I'm going to say in the distance, we're going to see some of that blue sky as well. So I'm just going to fill in this arch area a little bit. Pop that out. And we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to pop this arch out. Just add some more blue. I can always come in and make it a little darker if I want, just by adding some more blue to it. Do it while it's wet, or I can come back and do it while it's dry also. I'm just going to add some now while I'm thinking about it. It'll blend a little bit better. There we go. Cool. Alright, so just by adding blue, it's making this whole piece with the arches and the roof pop out a little bit more. I'd like to add something for the terracotta roof tiles. And I think I'm going to try, I have this red color here. Do I want to use this? Actually, let me start with this. I have this water that I've kept for the past couple days now. I like the color. I rinsed my brushes off. I like the color of it, so I've been keeping it. Let's see what that looks like when I put it on here. Give it a shot. Hey Becky, how are you? Good to see you. Santa Fe-ish, yeah, definitely. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that vibe. Very cool. It's weird. So my comments, I have like comments in 2 different places. So if I see some of you guys here and I don't say hello, let me know. Just keep, or I'll get to you. Yeah, it's kind of weird. My comments are split, so I'm not seeing all the comments tonight. But anyway, here's that color. It's kind of light, so I'm going to actually grab some of the red off the lid here and use that to paint with as well. So let's do that. There we go. It's a little more vibrant. Yeah, I'm glad you caught. You said Santa Fe-ish. That was very cool. So I'm just trying to do something a little for Cinco de Mayo, little kind of Mexican style. Maybe some kind of hacienda or pueblo. Kind of want some of these to be darker red, so I'm just grabbing more of the. This is actually watercolor ink. Yeah, this is red watercolor ink. I'm just lifting off this lid over here, I'm using as a palette. But it has an orange kind of tint to it. So I think it has a good terracotta kind of color. Cool. And I'm not making every single barrel tile here the same color. I'm just making some redder, some are lighter. Just create like a variety, kind of variated look there. I'll lift it up a little bit. Right, so you can see that there's different shades of red going on. Is that the right word? Hues, different. I can't think of the word. Some are light, some are dark. What's the technical word for that? There we go. Cool. So I like that. So I'd like to add that red color maybe somewhere else on here as well. I'm not sure. Where should I pop? Where should I pop that color? I think I want to do some of the tiles on the floor. Maybe there's some terracotta stones or a walkway maybe. So I'm just going to touch some red here and there. I actually might even mix a little bit of blue with that red. See what it looks like. Got like grayish kind of color going on. There we go. Cool. So there we go, just kind of putting some colors onto the ground there. I think I want to break out some orange. No. What color do I want to use for this? I'm thinking. Let me go. Let me see. What can I go and grab here? You know, I'm going to pull out this color here. This is a. It's called yellow orange. It's acrylic ink. I'm going to throw some yellow orange down onto maybe the house. Be kind of cool. Variegated. That's a good word. Variegated. I like that. Nice. You went to Santa Fe back in 1997. Honeymoon trip. That is awesome. I've never been there. I hear it's beautiful. Graduated color. Yeah, graduated. That's a good question. I think, is it graduated? Yeah, maybe it's where it goes from a lighter to a darker shade. That's cool. Yeah, here Santa Fe is a beautiful, beautiful area. Very awesome. So I'm actually going to put some of this acrylic orange right in this lid, work out of it. It's okay if it mixes with the red. I'm cool with that. We'll just kind of pop this building facade out. Again, I'm being very loose with the paint strokes. It's okay if I color over things. It's my style. I'd rather do that than have perfect, neat, exact coloring going on. I just kind of like the loose look when you overlap color with different areas. Let's actually do this back here. Ooh, I like this color that just came out. This is kind of mixing some of the red and orange. Red and the yellow-orange color. Nice. I'll actually bring a little bit down here as well in the columns. Building does continue in the background. Kind of make it a little bit lighter back there. Cool. Right? That's a pretty fun color. It's very vibrant, very bright. I like it. It's a very powerful color. I don't feel like I need to add more on there. So I'm going to close it up. Put it here. I don't want to spill it. I've been known to spill these things. That's why I'm always like conscientious of trying to close the inks after I use them. I spilled so many of them. I'm just going to keep pulling out of this palette here. This lid I'm using. Just going to, in some areas, maybe make it a little more. Just pull out maybe some kind of shadows or something underneath here. Maybe make it a little darker under the window box area. Maybe under here we'll add some more as well. There we go. It's looking kind of cool. I'm even going to throw some of this down on here, I think. I want to tie these colors together a little bit more. I like how this looks when it's overlapping the red underneath. There we go. It's looking pretty cool. Hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. Hey, thank you. It looks great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. Becky, that building you posted is really awesome. The one you did use for your homework. That was a good find. Thank you for posting that. I'm so glad that you shared that. It's so cool. We'll be looking at everybody's sketches on Saturday in the workshop. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody came up with. I guess I better do my homework now. You guys are awesome. Excuse me. Yeah, it's definitely allergies. Oof. Never had allergies until like a few years ago. I'm just popping in some different variegated colors. That was a good word. Gonna make some variety on there. I think I want to make some a little more red. So let me grab some of this red out of here. There we go. Yeah, I like this. I'm loving this color right here. You know, I geek out about colors sometimes. This color here is really awesome. I don't know if it's really shown on camera. Let me see if I can focus a little bit. There we go. Yeah, the light's changing. Sorry. This color here is really cool. So I'm just going to bring down maybe just a little bit closer. I can't get too close because I'll hit the camera with my hand. Actually, I want to take some really deep red color and do the inside of like this arch area. Maybe something like that. So if you're having a great day, let me know. Put some thumbs up out there. Give yourselves a round of applause for being awesome. It looks like somehow I am in the chat here. Cool. So I'm not sure if I'm broadcasting this on my Inkspired Life page, Facebook page, or on my actual personal page. I have both set up. So I'm curious. So let me know where you're watching this from. If you're watching this from my personal Jason Nicholas Facebook page, just let me know in the comments. Or if you're watching this on my Inkspired Life Facebook page, let me know. Be cool to see where people are streaming this from. I think I have it also going to YouTube tonight as well. Dawn, hey, you still haven't done your homework. Dawn, you're not a slacker. I am way behind in my college class right now, so I've actually gotten an extension to turn in my work over the summer, fortunately. But I have to keep working on it. I don't even want to say how many weeks behind I am. I am weeks and weeks behind. But I'm doing a big assessment right now to get my final teaching certification. So that's a lengthy process. I have to create 3 lesson plans. I have to film my classes. I have to then do commentaries to back up what I'm doing in classes and support academic language, support all kinds of things. It is a long and tiring process, and I haven't had a break from school, from high school or college, in 2.5 years. I've been taking college classes in the summer, throughout the school year, as well as teaching, just to get my teaching certification. They don't make it easy, and I can understand why. But to become an architect, I had to go to 5 years of college, do 3 years of internship, working in the field, then I had to pass a 10-part exam to get my certification. That was a long process, for sure, which totally makes sense, right? It's health, safety, got to learn about all that, building codes, history, technology. It was very intense. Hey, Siri just came on. Hello, Siri. So the teaching certification is tricky as well. I'm good, Siri. Thank you for asking. I feel like I need some green on here. Oh, what would be a good color? Purple? Should I do like some kind of purple-y flowers or something maybe coming out of the flower box? Actually, I want to put some blue on the window panes, I think. Just trying to clean my brush off a little bit here. Oh, I should use clean water. That would help. There we go. I'm going to throw a little bit of blue on, just on the window here. So Dawn, you're good. Don't worry about it. You'll be awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying the workshop. I'm having fun seeing what you guys are doing. My goal is at the end of the workshop is for you guys to be better than me at drawing houses. And some of you are already. Actually, my real end goal is I just want everybody to feel a little more confident about creating loose style sketches for architecture. That's really the end goal, and have fun doing it. And hopefully you guys are picking up some tips and tricks along the way. And that's what my goal is. Cool, there we go. So I just threw a little bit of blue on the window. Maybe it's reflecting some of the sky that's out there. I'm actually just going to touch the marker on some of the wet parts here and let it bleed a little bit. Here we go. I just want to pop it out. Cool. That's great. My kids really enjoy seeing me doing homework. I love that. That's awesome. Fabulous colors. Appears to be your personal page. Thank you, Becky. So Becky's on my seeing on the personal. Awesome. So I'm probably broadcasting on my personal page. That's so cool. So if you're watching, hello out there in Facebook land. Interesting, interesting. So I'm going to pull out something just to maybe show some kind of flowers or plants. I'm thinking bougainvillea, right? Maybe a magenta color. Use magenta and wild, one of my standards. Some new bottles, if I have this open somewhere. That's not magenta. What color is this? Oh, I forgot I had that color. Here we are. There's some open magenta. And I really don't need that much. So I'm just going to take a little bit of magenta and just pop it in this lid. A little magenta could go a long way. So I only have like a drop in there. Wasn't magenta the name of a dog on Blue's Clues? I think magenta was a dog on Blue's Clues. I could be wrong though. I've been wrong many times. So I'm just going to kind of dot it in here just to maybe indicate some growies going on. Florals are one thing I definitely need to work on in spring. Go out, get outside and do some floral sketching, little flowers. I think the tip on my brush is starting to get worn out a little bit. Yeah, it is. Yep. It'd be time to think about getting a new brush soon. So I'm just tapping this magenta down on here. Cool. And maybe there's some growing over here. Go a little crazy if you want, right? Maybe it's coming over here, maybe it's spilling down over the side. And it's just kind of dropping down here a little bit. So just to indicate a little pop of color, maybe something kind of growing off the window box there. Hey, how are you? Yeah, the purple against the orange looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like that too. Hey, Becky's on the Inkspired. Thank you, Becky. That's awesome. You switched pages. Yeah, it's so funny. I didn't realize it would broadcast to my personal page, which is fine. That's cool. Maybe I'll get some peeps out there in personal land watching. You know, friends, family members. Anybody out there? Say hello. So cool. Yeah, this is actually really neat. I like this down in here. It actually has like a fiery color to it. feel like I want to add some purple, just one other place to balance it. So I'm just gonna throw some back in here, very lightly. Typically, if I have a color one place, I like to at least have it in another place as well, just to help balance things out. I don't know what's growing. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a wall, some kind of garden wall or something in the background. There we go. Cool. I like the way that looks. And I'm going to come back and throw even more of this red on some of those tiles. Even more of a variegated look. Did I say that right? Variegated look. There we go. So I'm just popping some of these out a little more. Just adds a little more interest, I think. Cool. There we go. And then maybe I'll hit these timbers poking out here. What color do I want to hit those? I don't want to introduce another color. I think I have enough on here. So I guess maybe I'll combine some of the red and blue and make them kind of a grayish color. Oops, I gotta clean my brush off a little bit more. There we go. All right, so let's make some blue mixed with some of that red. Oh, it's coming out too orangey. Let's try this. Put some blue down. Grab some red from this side. Grab some of that. Yeah, it's working. So it's kind of a grayish color. Trying to make like a timber color, but I didn't want to pull out a brown, so I'm just trying to use colors I have here to mix it. Gray, brown-ish. I think I'll do some around the window frame also. Got some listening to Mr. Bob Dylan right now. So my painting, my pace is a little bit slower than usual because usually I have some more peppier stuff, but I have Bob Dylan playing. Not that I need to be peppy, I kind of wanted to be a little bit slower tonight. Just to change it up. There we go. So I just added those colors. It has almost like a brownish gray going on. There you go. I think that's a cool little piece. I'm going to let it dry for a minute. Ooh, I love the purple against the yellow, orange. Yeah, variegated like yarn that changes colors in the sun, in the skin. I don't know my yarn terminology, but yeah, so it like changes colors, right, when the light hits it differently. Yeah, cool. I like that comment. Awesome. Good stuff. Just focus a little bit. Hold it up so you guys can see it. So that's kind of a nice, quick little tribute to Cinco de Mayo today. Loosey-goosey perspective-ish kind of sketch going on. I'm looking at it on screen. I'm just trying to see. I always like to see how things look on screen. That's weird. Some window just popped up. Another image of my screen popped up on my screen. That was weird. It looks cool. I like the way that actually this is drawing up here. This is kind of variegated as well. It's not just one tone across here. I like adding the purple back here. Magenta ties in kind of with this. This is tying in up here as well. So I think it's a cool little color palette. Nice. Awesome, awesome. And it's actually pretty dry. That dried fast tonight. Sign my name to it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else to this one. I kind of like the way it looks. There we go. Awesome. So we have a nice little perspective tonight for Cinco de Mayo. I'm actually going to put 4-5 or 4. Oh, that would be 5-5. Oops. So May is 5, not 4. 5-5. Cool. Actually, you know what? I now have my pen out. I do want to add some pen. I'm going to add some hatching just to add some shadows, maybe with some pens on here, with some pen. Maybe some other lines on here. Maybe I'll add some kind of stippling on here just to indicate maybe this stucco type of finish. So I'm just adding these little dots. This adds another layer to it. So adds some texture. That's something that we'll be talking about in the workshop on week 3, session 3. How to add some more detail to your materials to your buildings. Stippling is a great way to show texture for like a stucco type of wall. You want to do it randomly. You don't want to just. I don't want to do like dots like this, consistent pattern. I'll exaggerate it. I don't want to do this. Right? I want to do something more like this. Just more of a random type of pattern. Just has much more interest to it. This is too regular or too consistent. So I'm taking this idea, and that's what I'm doing down here. And I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see it better in a second. I'm going to add some curved lines to these to indicate that these are kind of curved timber piece maybe. Got some stippling going down here. Just want to add some details to this flower box. Maybe some X's. Maybe it's a cast iron type of box on here. I'm going to add a little bit of texture to the windows. Basically add some horizontal, vertical lines. So this helps to create a loose, sketchy look also, but just by coming back and adding line work on top. And just, I'd like to actually go over some of these barrel tiles again to pull out the shape of them. Kind of got lost when I added the ink on top. Hey, if you're playing along with the home edition game of Inking Out Loud, let me know. Let me know if you are playing along. Are you creating something while I'm creating? If you are, that would be awesome. I'd love for you to share it. I'm adding some hatching now, just maybe indicate a shadow line. There's a roof overhang happening here. This roof actually kind of continues in front of that. Kind of hits there and just comes up there like that. Maybe we'll exaggerate the top here so you can see more of the curves on top. It's not really flat, it has the barrel tiles up here. Cool. I'm going to indicate maybe some kind of stems or vines growing down for these, so I'm just going to do some squiggly lines. So I think just adding that kind of stuff, hold it up, adds another layer of detail, and it makes it more loose sketching like, right? Pretty cool. Just gonna pan around a little bit. You can see the stippling I was talking about to indicate the stucco. See, I went over some of the barrel tile shaped roofs just to pull them out a little bit. This is the hatching I did across here for the shading. One thing actually, as I'm looking, as I'm panning, I want to kind of add a little, just some more lines here, just to break the walkway into some more segments. There you go. Awesome. Cinco de Mayo. Hey, Tamberly, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Becky, you have a lap full of dog and a belly full of peanut M&Ms. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Who doesn't love some good peanut M&Ms? I guess unless you're allergic to them. Nice. Cool. You guys are awesome. I'm going to do one more sketch tonight, and we'll call it a day. So hopefully you want to stick around, look for another one, watch another one. That would be awesome. I have some cold coffee I'm drinking, so I need to get a swig of this. Got some allergies and dry throat going on. Thank you for the likes. I see some people like this tonight. See my friend Mr. Art Benito liked it. Thank you, Art, for doing that. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys always liking this. Feel free to share this out with your friends. If you're watching me streaming this now, share it out there. That'd be so cool to get other people watching too. Alright, so with Cinco de Mayo, let's do something else. Maybe I'll just do, this was kind of my more controlled sketch for the night. I did have an intention when I started working on this. I did want to create something for Cinco de Mayo. So let's just do the inking out loud, where I just kind of let the lines happen and we'll see what transpires. I just want to say transpire. I think that's a fancy word. I like it. Yeah, Tamberly, allergies are terrible. I was saying before, I never used to get them until like, maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe. Here we go, cool. So we got a blank sheet. Let's break out Mr. Sharpie. And let's just do our typical loose style, quick, fun sketching stuff. Let's see what happens. Cover this up. Boom. I'm going to close this so I don't knock it over. And I'm just going to start with a Sharpie. Let me move this up a little bit. Perfect. And I am gonna change the music and put something more peppy on. As much as I love Bob Dylan, he is needs to switch it up a smidge here. So a couple things for you guys that watch. I am going to put together a Spotify playlist. I think I can do this, and I'm going to share it. So if you guys want to follow along when I'm sketching at night, I'll let you know what songs I'm listening to, and I don't know if you have Spotify or not, but you can. You should be able to maybe click on the playlist and hear what I'm hearing. That could be kind of fun. So that I'm working on. What else am I working on? Oh yes, for everybody in the workshop. So I'm going to be on Friday night at 7:45-ish. I would, if anybody is on, if any of you guys are there watching on Inking Out Loud, ooh, my camera's doing wonky things. I may have lost internet. What I'm going to do is, yeah, I don't know if my eCam went down or something. I'm going to keep talking. But if you guys can't hear me, I was going to say give me a thumbs up if you can't hear me, but then you won't be able to give me a thumbs up because you couldn't hear me. I may have lost internet. But anyway, I'll keep talking. So anyway, Friday I'm going to go on Inking Out Loud, and I would like to maybe test Zoom out. I think I figured out finally how to broadcast Zoom and Facebook Live at the same time, which I'd like to do on the workshop Saturday. Facebook will be behind by, I think, 15 seconds or something. Thank you, Becky. Facebook will be behind by 15 seconds, but for anybody that's in on the Zoom and you want to come on screen, we can have, show your stuff, we can chat as well. So I think it would be fun to interact that way. So if you're on board, if anybody is around Friday night and happens to tune in and watch this, maybe one or two of you guys, I'll give you the link and see if we could try the Zoom thing. That would be kind of fun. Cool. All right, so yeah, I don't know, my Bob Dylan stopped playing by itself, which was weird, and then I have a black dot on my screen. I'm sure you guys can see that up here where my picture usually is. So one of my cameras went down, which is okay. You don't need to see me. I'm cool with that. It's just a tech thing. So I'm just fiddling here on the back end. I want to see if I can turn that black. Is anybody seeing me in the upper right corner in that circle? Or are you seeing a black dot? Let me know. Because I am seeing a black dot. I don't know if my camera just died up here, which is possible. I hope not. Maybe it just lost a connection. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to put this on and hit this. Very cool. Black dot. Thank you, Chris. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hey, Chris, you're not late because this is unscheduled time. You are awesome. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if my camera went down or what. Maybe the wire just came loose. Let me see if I can reset it. I'm just hoping this camera's not busted because it's expensive. I've had it for a few years now. So unplug it, plug it back in. Hey, I'm back. It works. Wow, it just kind of died out. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so we ended up doing this guy here. So we did the more controlled thing, kind of started backwards. My intention was a little Cinco de Mayo fun. So we got little Arquitectura de Cinco de Mayo. Or is it Arquitectura de Cinco de Mayo? Muy bien. And then let's just do our quick now rapid fire stuff. Wow, the tech is really wonky here. Now my AirPods are acting wonky. All right, let's do it. Chris fell asleep. That's because you're painting too much, Chris. You need a break. You're exhausting yourself. Awesome, awesome stuff. You are on fire. You're on a roll. Keep it going. I saw that you did something like at 5 o'clock this morning, right? You got to strike when inspiration hits and go for it. That's awesome. All right, let's just do our quick, whatever, goosey style line stuff. And this Sharpie needs to be replaced. Wah, wah, wah. Next, Sharpie, please. Next, Sharpie, please. There we go. I guess I wore the other one out. Hey, Deborah, if you're still with us, I hope you're enjoying your new Sharpies. Deborah was saying she just went and bought some new Sharpies at Michael's today. A whole assortment. That is awesome. I am uber jealous. I'm listening to Pirates of the Caribbean music. I love it. It's so fun. I'm a big Hans Zimmer fan. If you don't know who Hans Zimmer is, he is a really amazing composer. He's done so many different soundtracks to different movies. I love his music. And he has a really cool masterclass on the Masterclass series. I don't know the first thing about music or composing. I just know I love to listen to it. And I wanted to watch his class, and it was really cool. Some of the things he said, transpires through all kinds of arts, not just music, not just composing. He talked about characters, each character in a movie having their own kind of theme. Almost like a theme song for them. That can definitely carry through in art. Paintings and sketches, right? We have themes that can carry through. We have characters that carry through. Whew, my wrist is feeling it tonight, guys. I got to do some stretching here. Cramping up a little bit. So what happens if you guys cramp up? This is what I like to do. I just kind of shake it out. I'm feeling it. A little carpal setting in. I was on the computer today, grading stuff, and a lot for school. I'm feeling it. Emails. So I'm just going to stretch it out. I kind of like to do this to stretch my fingers out, just kind of push them together. Just hold them for a minute. Look at the comments while I'm stretching out. Hey, Donna. Yeah, I came back. I guess it's like a habit. It's a habit kind of thing, coming back on. Donna, I'm so glad you tuned in. Hoping to make a Michael's run tomorrow. Your bamboo brushes are dying. Oh no. Well, I have a $15 coupon or credit I wish I could give to you to use, because I don't know if I'm going to get there before it expires. I think it expires on the 13th. Like Chris's Gnome Crew. Yeah, exactly. Chris's Gnome Crew is a common theme and character. Exactly. So pardon me, I'm just stretching out. Hey Heather, how you doing? Good to see you. Just shaking it out. Wow. I don't know, do you guys ever feel it when you're like drawing and painting? Do you cramp up? Alright, there we go. Sometimes I gotta crack my fingers a little bit too. Pardon the sound effects. See, this is what you get on Inking Out Loud. Not only do you get sketching and painting, words of somewhat wisdom, I hope, but you get to see me cracking my knuckles and stretching my fingers out. It's all part of what creatives go through, right? It's part of the process. All right, let me focus on this, and we'll get back to it. There we go. That's a better shot, I think. Cool. Alright, a little some Tears for Fears just kicked on. Sowing the Seeds of Love. Love this song. One of my favorite songs from them. I'm just dragging my Sharpie just gliding it down the page. I don't know if you could catch that on screen here, but very light lines here. It's barely grazing the paper. Like a sheep grazing the field. The sheep graze. I guess they do. The pen is grazing the paper like a hungry sheep. I'm okay at puns, but analogies not so much. Alright, let's add some. That's cool. Maybe it's maybe these light lines are rain. Maybe the rain's falling in this scene. Add some more. Cool. There we go. I don't know, so maybe there's a rainfall happening. I don't know. Alright. Let's add some color. What do I want to add? I saw color before over here. I haven't used it in a while. Where is it? This isn't it. I thought I saw color over here before. I hadn't used it in a while. What do I have? Oh, I can't read that. Oh, this is gold. This is that gold color I used before. Alright, I got it out. Let's use it. Hey there, Julie. How are you? Good to see you. You had to go grab readers so I can see Jason's tiny line work. Oops. I'll zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit closer for you. I know. Sorry, it's small. There we go. Hopefully that's a good view. Actually, the other night when my internet died, I grabbed my phone and had to use that to stream, and it was really cool because I got to get really close with the phone. I'll have to try that again. I have some gold, so I'm just going to use it. Why? I don't know. I just grabbed it. I guess that's why. Hey, Julie, good to see you. Awesome. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is so fun. What would be really fun is if I can get the lid off this. Maybe want to come over here and do this? Holy cow, this is on. There we go. We got it. Alright, so for everybody that's just kind of tuning in, let me just show you where we started. I'll come back to this one. So typically, I will start off doing something like this. Just kind of loose abstract lines, and I would say 9 times out of 10 it turns out to be some kind of a building or cityscape skyline. But tonight I actually started off with something more intentional for Cinco de Mayo. So I had this kind of cool little hacienda type of building. This was a fun one to do. So I'm doing the opposite. I'm going from this kind of more focused, intentional sketch to totally what the heck kind of sketch. Where am I? I lost my page. Pardon me, I lost my page I was working on. Oh. Oops. There we go. That's the one we're working on. Cool. Hey Patty, how are you? Yes, hello Inklings. The Inklings are awesome. Alright, let's throw some gold down. Looks like I have to mix it up a little bit. Shake it up. Alright. I am actually going to pour a little bit in this tray lid because I'd like to use my 3/4 inch brush to lay it down. There we go. Alright, so I have that. Get my water and switch that around. Alright, so I like to use a 3/4 inch brush. It's wider. I can cover more territory with it. I'm not thinking in details when I use this brush. So we're going to grab this one and go with it. Put a little bit of water. Actually, I'm going to put some water, just clean water down first. And I'm going to hit some spots on this line work and we'll see if anything pops out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to try to pull out some kind of silhouette. So maybe this goldish, it's kind of a goldish green color will kind of be the backdrop. We'll see what pops out. Alright. So I just have some water on there. Let's grab some of the paint. Wow, this is really gold color. Oops, I just hit the camera, sorry about that. Hit the camera again, let me go this way. There we go. So you can see I'm just kind of pulling out a silhouette. And maybe it's just we're close in on some kind of building maybe. Maybe some kind of futuristic type of building. A little funky, you have a little notch in there. So I'm using the background color just to carve out a shape. This is really, really gold in person here. I'm going to just tap some gold down in places. I want to make kind of variegated background. Wow, you can see the paper is really wet. It's totally buckling up here. So when that happens, sometimes I get my favorite office supply. Who knows what my favorite office supply is? 5 points to the winner. What is my favorite office supply? Let me know in the comments. What do you think it is? I'm going to go grab it. I put it over here. Perfect, I got it. I have it in my hand. Hey, oh, that's so cool. You and Julie went to college together. That's so awesome. Very, very cool. I love that. Well, welcome, Julie. That is so cool. Heather, ooh, I like that. Thank you, Heather. Maybe the gold you're talking about? Or you probably just went the Cinco de Mayo thing, right? Yeah, the Cinco de Mayo one. Patty says I like it. Awesome, yeah, Patty, you can definitely try it. I'll show it again before I finish. Chris, how cool. Yeah, Chris, you're right. A clip. Binder clips right here. Binder clips are my absolute fave office supply. They have so many purposes. You can see everything from what I'm about to do here. Clip this down a little bit just because it's buckling intensely. Here's another thing I love to do with my binder clips. It's upside down, sorry, but you can see, I don't know why it's upside down, but you can see it up there. I use them to hang paintings. So I'm going to put a string across there and have some paintings hanging on there as well. And my room is not upside down, so you got a good shot of my Ben and Jerry's belly there. Cool. Alright, so let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so binder clip. Yep, it just helps to, this is buckling so much I had to kind of anchor it down a little bit. This is 140-pound watercolor paper. So, you know, it's meant to take water, but sometimes I threw too much on it one time, and that's kind of what happens. Again, I'm just playing around with different shapes on this. And again, it may just end, it might be totally abstract. It's just playing around. I'm going to over here. Why is it showing what I want to show? There we go. Cool. All right, awesome. So I'm going to let some of this gold dry. And let's just break out. I'm going to break out some graphite, I think, on this. I just want to darken some areas on here. So I like to look at these from different angles sometimes, spinning around. I think I'm actually liking it this way. I'm going to work with this way for a little bit. Yeah, yep. I'm feeling it more this way, so I'm going to throw some sepia down on here, I think. So I'm using my sepia marker just to sketch in some silhouettes here. Just kind of using the lines underneath it as just to inform maybe where I'm going to sketch this skyline. Not that I have to stick to them, but my mind is kind of tracing some of the shapes I see from the graphite to the lines. Definitely see some kind of spire happening over here with this shape. So you can see I kind of just trying to find like a silhouette. Binder clip's kind of in the way here, so I gotta move it. That's okay, that works. So I'm just letting the lines kind of do the work for me that are underneath. Saying, okay, maybe this makes a good shape here. I can embellish it here and there, like I kind of just totally threw this piece over here. And I'll just take a wet brush and kind of play around with that sepia I just laid down. Hope you guys are having a great, great night. It is still Wednesday, right? Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. You guys are amazing. So, let's see. Look what's going on in the comments. Hey, Jeannie, good to see you. Awesome. Becky uses wooden clothespins. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Yep, instead of binder clips. Love that. Donna, good to see you. Anybody see your comment? I'm not sure which comment. I did see that comment, though. It's good to see you. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you for tuning in. So I am just randomly on tonight. It is Wednesday. I typically come on Wednesdays, but I was on earlier. I was actually really early today, around 3 or 3:30. I just needed a break from school, so I did pop on for a little bit. I was working on this piece. I wanted to come on this afternoon and work on this piece a little bit more, so I was on earlier today. This is one more layer to go, and I think this will be done. And I wasn't sure if I'd be back tonight, but I decided I just wanted to pop back on again. I just love doing this stuff. So that piece is almost done. So I'm just kind of softening some of the edges for these. The skyline here. Cool. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm whistling. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm throwing out some graphite. I'm going to make some of this darker. Really kind of Lucy here. Not Lucy like I Love Lucy, but Lucy like Lucy Goosey. Any I Love Lucy fans out there? I'm definitely one of them. I Love Lucy. Grew up watching that. What an amazing, amazing show. Lucille Ball, an amazing magnet in the entertainment industry. She, her and Desi, right? Desi Lou Studios. They were responsible for shows. I know Star Trek was one of the shows they were responsible for getting on the air, producing. Really cool. Not only, I think they were pioneers, right, in the television sitcom with, I don't know if they were the first to have a live audience or not, but really amazing history there. I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy Goosey Lawrence. There we go. I feel like I want to throw, actually, you know what, I kind of like this tone. I like the yellow, the gold, I like the sepia. I'm going to throw down a little bit more. And I'm thinking of a contrasting color, something I was going to pop on here. I'm almost thinking of going to fluorescent pink, just to add a pop on this. So that's what I'm going to break out after I put some more sepia in the background here. This brush is splitting. Do you guys have issues with your brushes splitting? I don't know why. I tend to do that. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're the quality of them. Maybe they're kind of cheap. All right, cool. There we go. We'll let that dry just for a minute, and then I'll throw down some pink on here and we'll see what it looks like. Maybe I should kind of spread this yellow down a little bit into here. Maybe bring it across this side as well. That's cool. Just keep it kind of loose. There we go. Cool. And we'll let that dry, then I'm going to throw some pink down. So stay tuned for the fluorescent pink, the moment you've been waiting for. Right here. Awesome. Hey, it looks cool. 3D-ish. Oh, the clock one. Yeah, so the clock one, thank you. This one's been a labor of love. I'm taking my time with this one. I'm really just exploring layers and textures and trying to create an old, weathered, rusted kind of look to it. That's an aesthetic that I really, really want to keep developing further and further and keep pushing myself. So that's kind of my focus. Aesthetically, that's my focus these days. So that's what this piece is about. Hey, yeah, going alternate, graphite, sepia, and hot pink. Yes, living on the edge. Use some Aerosmith. Living on the edge. That would be awesome. So if you guys are having a good time, let me know. Or if you have any questions, let me know as well. I'm checking the chat. I know I'm broadcasting on my Inkspired Life page and my personal Facebook page, so I'm not seeing all the comments from all the pages. So if I'm missing your comments, I apologize. Sometimes they go by too and I miss them. So it's definitely not intentional, that's for sure. I really appreciate everybody. Alright, I'm shaking up the pink. Does the time on the clock mean anything? Oh, good question, Chris. First of all, let's see. Let me test you guys. Does anybody know how to read an analog clock? I think I was talking about this the other day, where they are phasing out analog clocks in our school system. I believe they're taking them out of the high school this summer and putting digital clocks on. Could be wrong. I think they are, though. So what time does this clock say on it? Sorry, I'm just drinking some coffee here. 2:30. Does everybody agree with Becky? Becky says 2:30. Yes, you guys got it. 1:30, 2:30, 1:30, 1:30. So it would be 1. It's kind of between 1 and 2:30. So I think you're all right. If I broke it out evenly, right, it kind of would be 1, 2. So it's close. I think you guys are all right. It's probably closer to 1:30 would be my guess. So why I was asking you the time, I want to decide to see if you can read it, is I'm trying to think of why it's significant. Because Chris had a really good question, and that brings up a really good point. So Chris, I'm trying to think of a really good reason. I don't have one. I should make up one and be convincing about it. 1:30 is the time where I'd like to be having lunch in Barcelona 1 year from now, looking at La Familia Sagrada, the cathedral by Antonio Gaudi. So 1:30 this time next year, that's where I would love to be. That's what it means. 1.5:30. Yes, it's 1.5:30. I like that. 1.5:30. So Chris, that's a really great point. So when you're creating artwork, this is a great example. I could have made a specific time on here and had a story to relate to this piece, right? So you can be intentional about things in your artwork to help convey a story and a meaning. So Chris, I love the fact that you brought that up. It's like in architecture when I design a house and floor plans. I need to be convincing and have a reason for where I put things and why I place certain rooms here. Excuse me, why this is this size or that size. So your artwork's a great opportunity to do that as well. You know, use it to tell a story. Maybe have some significant. Maybe it's a time that. Excuse me. Maybe my son was born at 1:30 a.m. or something, right? I mean, you can use that information to help take your art to a deeper level. So good question, Chris. I appreciate that. Awesome. All right, let's throw down some pink before the allergies totally take my voice away. The drips behind the hour hand look like legs, pink and blue. Oh, I gotta look at this now. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that is. I see that. That is actually pretty cool. Wow, I love that. I love how you guys see things in these paintings. I bet you if we were to really study this, we could see some things, some shapes or silhouettes or something popping out. Yeah, good call on that one. All right, I think we're dry. It's still a little damp, but we can throw down some pink. Let's go for it. Let's use this lid here. I'll just throw some pink on it. Make sure you guys can see that okay. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to do one thing. I'm just switching up the tunes here a little bit. It's a little peppy. I am going peppy. I am going grunge music. I'm going to put a little bit of Nirvana on right now. I just feel like I need just a little energy boost to wrap up. This will be the last thing I do. So somewhere on my Spotify list I have it. So pardon me a second. Interesting. Did they pull it off my list or something? I used to have it right on my playlist. I'm sorry guys, I'm looking on my phone here. Just trying to find some tunes. I used to have it saved, I don't know why it's not saved. No, I don't want to listen to Notorious B.I.G. Thank you for asking. Alright, here we go. Got it. Alright, cool. Alright, let's put some pink down. I feel like this music is great for just doing something kind of on the edge. I think I'm going to do just maybe a light overlay of some of it. Let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to water it down a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of sketch with my brush now. I like the way the pink is looking on here so far. I love this color. It's happening right in this area. This looks really cool. I'm going to throw it down heavier in some places so it really pops. Lighter in some other places. I need more of it. Oops, that didn't help. There we go. Wow, that should be plenty for now. Cool. There we go. That's really popping there. I love this color. It's happening right in here. It's pretty awesome. I'll show you a close-up. When I'm finished, I'll definitely show a close-up if you want to see it. I don't want to cover everything with the pink. It would be too powerful. So I'm just touching it in places here a little bit darker. That's cool looking right there. That's Inkspired. Actually, I want to bring this up, I think, off the page. There we go. Boom. Make this a little wider here. I really like the way some of this is drying. Wow, this is exciting. These are some exciting colors. Wow, I am so stoked over these colors. Wow. It's not, I don't know if this will show up, but some of this is really amazing. The colors are actually, you know what helps? Sometimes if I turn off the bright light, it might look better. Let me see. I just turn off my big bright light just to take some of the glare out. Maybe it'll show a little bit better on screen. Yeah, the camera's like not sure what color to focus on. So this is really vibrant in person. Yeah, this looks cool. Let me see if I can zoom in on anything. I wish if I had my phone hooked up, I could definitely show my phone better. This is really awesome looking in person, this part. I know it's getting totally washed out here, but if I turn this camera light this way. Yeah, guys, sorry, this is hard to pick up on camera. I'll definitely post a picture of it. It might look better. There are some really awesome colors happening on this. I think that kind of washes it out a little bit. What happens if I turn this off? Now I'm like in the dark. No, it didn't really help. Yeah, some colors are hard to really pick up on camera. Unless I had the right proper lighting. I do know a lighting director who worked for NBC for 40 plus years. I don't know if he's watching right now. I'll have to pick his brain. He knows his stuff about lighting. He is a lighting master. So I'm gonna have to pick his brain about how do I light this to show it on camera properly. So I'm sorry guys, it's not popping as awesome as it should be. Cool. Time is at 9:19. Okay. I might let this dry and come back. Not tonight. Come back. I'll play with it on some other time on my own maybe and finish it up. I'm just trying to grunge it up a little bit, so I am lifting some of the paint off in some areas. Just to give a little more movement to the line work on here. I'm lifting some of the paint off. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm going to let this one dry. I kind of like where it is right now. We check in with the comments. Let me see. You have seasonal allergies. It's been raining for 3 days. Oh no. Does the rain help with allergies or no? Does the rain help to like knock the pollen out of the sky? Out of the air. Patty just asked. Oh, Patty, you just asked the same thing I was asking. That's so funny.